if they never showed you that, right, and they showed you some other picture and said that was the Earth, and they showed you this and said, this is a fucking exoplanet a light year away, you'd think that that was an exoplanet a light year away. Whatever they fucking captioned that fucking image, you would just buy it, whatever they said.
So no one else has ever, no one else has ever captured something like that. Just them, right?
Want to look in the chat?
Has this ever been?
Look in the chat for a second.
So if I can
it's very convenient that I made this. I just happened to make this today.
I can find other people validating
look in the chat.
So if I can find
find the
sources, hold on. If I can find other sources going up to space or going upwards, take the picture downwards,
and it don't look like that,
and it gives more Earth-looking balls.
What do you mean Earth-looking? How do you know it's Earth-looking?
If green and blue balls, you fuck you.
All they can do, listen. All they can do is be consistent amongst each other.
If you go upwards, okay. What is the color of? What is the color?
You don't actually listen, do you?
What is our observed? What is the observed color of the water and the sky?
Well, it depends.
What is the average color observed of the water and the sky?
Well, if I go to the Atlantic Ocean, it looks green.
What is the average color?
Green, dude, green.
Okay, green. So what is the average color of trees?
It depends on the time of year.
What is the average color of
Depends on the time of year.
Average.
Are you deaf?
You know what the word average means? What is the most likely color of a tree?
Well, I guess green.
There you go. So what's the most likely color of sand and desert?
But the water's green, dude. Didn't you hear me?
Okay, so we're getting some colors here. We've got green. We've got maybe some blue. Maybe we'll get some arid for desert. Maybe get some white for snow. But if you're not going to see that, like obviously those colors are colors we see on Earth of things. So if you see a round shape
we see the rainbow.
Of a lake or of an ocean or some body of water, and you go up and you take a picture. If you look at a city or a shape of a landmass that looks
like less fucking words, dude. Less words. Less words. You're filibustering. Well, you know you are.
Yeah, but you're also sea lining.
So when I talk, you're going to interrupt me 50 fucking times, not listen and say a bunch of bullshit, right? Or you're going to sit there and listen, and I'm going to fucking drone on and on and on. That's what you're going to do? You're going to listen to me?
Well, I listen.
Because you're just droning on and on.
I droned. I apologize. I listened to what you said. The point was just that we know it's if you go upwards and you take a photo downwards, unless there's something in the way, it's of the ground, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So if I can produce another image from another source, so it's not just them, to validate them.
It's another person making another claim.
Will that sway you?
No.
So no matter how many different validations we get or different sources,
there's lots of photos of Santa
and taking a picture downwards. No matter
you don't know that they did that though, Ice J. That's the thing you're trying to. Ice J. That's the thing you're trying to prove, that they went up and took a picture downwards.
No, but here's it. No,
you're just assuming the thing you're trying to prove is true.
So okay, so then more people are like, here's the issue.
Now you're going on mute. Okay, you're assuming the thing you're trying to prove is true in the premise. You understand? They went up and took a picture downwards, and we're just going to compare the claims to each other. Right?
Well,
are you assuming?
Here's the issue. Either they're lying, right? Either one, they're lying. Either one,
they're
lying.
They?
Either one, they're lying. Two, they don't know how to aim a camera, and we somehow found something else that looks like.
Dude? Who is they?
What?
Who is they?
European Space Agency, NASA.
That's not a they, dude.
I'm listing them.
Okay, so the guy that sweeps at the European Space Agency, he's lying.
Are you okay? Can you just listen for 1 second?
No, dude. No, we're gonna sift through your fucking bullshit propaganda.
Very hard time with this.
We're gonna sift through your bullshit propaganda tactics, Ice J.
You're having a very hard time understanding my point.
I know what your point is. I've heard this point for fucking 10 years, dude.
No,
10 years.
Not.
Oh, you come up with something original. Hey, no, I'm new, Ice J. You come up with something original. Oh, let's hear your original point. Let's hear your original point, Ice J.
It's one.
Why lie? How can they all be lying? That's so original.
Observations of the.
You don't know their observations.
And so, hold on. Unless it's a lie or fake, it's an observation.
No.
Or manipulate, or somehow. Okay.
Okay, there's a whole book on this, Ice J.
Let me
there's
just,
lots of listen
from a guy.
You're just too incredulous.
From a guy resting his entire, not you, but the other dude, resting his entire basis of flat eartherism on its subjective observations. It's rich to say, oh yeah, these observations could just be bunk by the more.
You can repeat our observations.
Bunk, I don't give a shit about your flat Earth observation if you can't accept any.
Okay, your word count is getting irritating, dude. You're saying like 30 words for every one word I say. You're not gonna filibuster anymore. Okay, you're gonna listen. You said a lot of bullshit. You stacked a real high pile of shit. Okay. You can replicate our claims. You can go test them yourself. You have no reference, as in, you can't say whether these images look real or not because you have no reference from which to evaluate them from. All you can compare them to is the claims of other people. So this is a self-referential circle jerk.
You can go up. No, nothing's stopping you from going up.
And you can go up and take this picture.
You can go up. Yeah, why not?
You can. How do you know that?
Nothing's stopping me. What's stopping you?
How do you know that,
What's stopping you? What's stopping you?
How do you know that?
What's stopping you?
Why are you asking me a question? I asked you a question.
How
do you know that?
Because other people do it. There's nothing.
How do you know that?
What do you mean? How do I know that?
All you're doing is appealing to somebody else saying they did that. I said, how do you know that?
What reason can I not do it?
I didn't ask you what you believed other people did.
What's stopping me?
I didn't. Well, obviously I can't jump that high, but.
Okay. So jumping is your limit. I got rocket science on my side.
No, you don't. You're not part of them. What are you talking about?
No. What's stopping me? What basically stopping me from building a rocket and going up?
Because there's nowhere to go up to. There's no vacuum of space to go into to take this picture.
Hold on. So I can't go into the sky?
You can go into the sky, but not high enough to take a picture of the entire Earth.
How far can I go up?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Maybe 300 miles.
I keep going up, so I can go up though.
We're not. Let's go so now we're back in imagination land.
No, we're not.
Some people told me they went higher than that.
You said
some people said they went to La La Land, so they did. They really pinky promised that they went really high and took a picture of the Earth. And I believe them, and you don't. And there's something wrong with you because you don't believe liars.
Yes, we can.
You just believe that, dude. And you only believe that because someone told you that.
Bro,
you're a sycophant. You're a sycophantic suck-up, dude.
A fucking rocket. Bro,
I don't have...
It's true.
There's no reason to believe them.
I go to all the time.
Yeah, that's right. You can't see the curve of the Earth from there, can you?
And if you shoot a rocket upwards, straight up,
you just believe that.
You keep going upwards.
So you're just chanting your belief.
You can take a photo downwards. The higher you go.
Okay, you're just chanting your belief over and over again, and you have never substantiated how you actually know that, other than people saying they did it. I want to know how you actually know that to be true, not how you believe it to be true or how you believe the claims of other third parties to be true. I want to know how you know it's true.
Because the laws of physics entail it to be true.
Because the laws of nature, physics,
nature, observations, data. How do you know you can go view a oil rig?
Are you really making that type of false equivalence?
Yeah, no, how do you know? How do you know?
Because there's oil rigs out in the ocean.
Because there's oil rigs. But how do you know you can go out and make that observation?
Because there's an airport and they sell plane tickets.
No, but how do you know that you can make the observation?
And I know people that have been there. Well, I can just go to my ocean. I don't need to rely on the oil rigs.
So not the oil rigs, but
I don't need to rely on that.
So you have to. You don't know.
I don't rely on that. You're trying to create this crazy straw man. You're trying to create a crazy false equivalence, dude.
No, it's not.
It is a false equivalence.
Oh wait, how do you know that if you go up, you can go up and then take a photo down? It's like, are you serious?
No, take a photo down of a fucking ball from a vacuum.
That's
you're
must be
leaving
a
out the
joke.
you're leaving out key details
No,
intentionally,
it must be a joke.
which make it a fantastic claim. You're leaving out the key details. Everybody knows there's an ocean. Anyone that's been to water knows, hey, it's not very freaking absurd to have something in the water out there and a human being put it there. That's not that absurd. When you start claiming, I went very high, hundreds of miles above the surface of the earth, and I captured the entire earth inside my camera's field of view. And
Yeah,
not
put a
only
GoPro
did
on a
I did
rocket.
that, it was from a place
Put
that
a
was a near.
GoPro on a
Shut up!
rocket.
Why are you
Not
interrupting
that
me?
hard.
So shut up! Why are you interrupting me? I told you this is exactly what you would do. Okay. Now I'm on my fucking soapbox, and you're interrupting me. Okay, so it's really simple. I'm showing that the claim is not these are false equivalences. They're claiming they go into a near fucking perfect vacuum and take a picture of it, the entire Earth, from a place where things don't fucking fall, where they're going 17,000 fucking miles per hour. Okay, this is not an equivalent claim, dude. They're not even close. This is like saying you went really high and saw fucking Santa's village on the North Pole. You guys always do this. You try to drag flat Earth down into your shit. I don't have to imagine. I don't have to appeal to a third party to tell me fucking what the Earth is. I can just walk out my door.
Are you done?
I can just walk out my
video.
I'd like you to address something I said.
I'm posting a video in the chat. Look at it. Is this also fake? Is this fake? They put a camera on a rocket.
Uh-huh.
You're saying so
you
this
think
must
that
be
that's
impossible,
you
right?
think that that's the curve of the Earth?
No, I'm not saying that. You're saying this is impossible.
How high did the rocket go?
You're saying this is impossible, right?
No, that rocket only goes like
stops it from going further?
Listen closely.
So, hold on.
Shut up,
What
Ice
is stopping it from?
That rocket only goes less than 100 kilometers. Okay? Can you see the whole Earth from 100 kilometers? Can you see the whole Earth from 100 kilometers?
What is stopping it from going further?
Fuel? Size of the rocket?
So if
what do you mean?
Add more fuel to it, it can go further, right?
Hypothetically, but then you need something to push off of.
Great. So don't
you need something to push off of, though? You need something to push off of. And if the air gets thinner, you're going to reach a point where you can't create thrust.
Air gets thinner. It's almost as if we're approaching this thing called space, where it keeps. Think about it. There keeps getting less and less air the higher you go up. So eventually,
does it go to zero?
No more air at some point.
Oh yeah, so it goes to zero. It goes to absolute vacuum.
Yes, there you go.
He just said absolute vacuum.
That is our observed reality.
Observed reality. Okay, how did they measure the pressure in this absolute vacuum you say exists? This should be funny. How'd they measure the pressure? How'd they even measure the pressure at 100 kilometers?
I'm sure the same way you measure
I'm sure. We've actually had
anything else. I mean, you're asking questions that if you really actually cared, you would know the answer to.
I do know the answer.
So what's the answer?
I want to know if you know the answer.
What's the answer?
They haven't.
Oh, they don't? Ever?
No, they can't.
No one has ever taken
look, bro. We had a meteorologist in here.
Okay, I'm going to
professional meteorologist
tell
us that they can't.
You're going to eat your words and hopefully never speak on this again.
No, you're going to find a model, but you'll never find measurements.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's right, Ice J. You'll find a model, but you won't find measurements. Your entire worldview is based upon a fantasy land created in somebody's head.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Oh, you're helping create it in your head because you see this.
Right.
You see this 2D image, and you see a circle, and you go, "Yep, that's the Earth. That's obviously the Earth." The only reason, if you were shown that, and you were never told it's the Earth, you never would have thought it was the Earth for 1 fucking second.
You can literally see it coming from the ground and then going up.
Yeah, not high enough to see the Earth.
So at what point, like if you're in a plane, at what point does what below you not become the Earth? Like how retarded?
Dude, you know you're committing the most atrocious logical fallacy.
Suddenly stops becoming the Earth.
You're committing a uniformitarianism that you can do something that you can do it forever. That's stupid.
No, it's basic logic that if you're looking at the
It's
Earth,
not basic logic.
you're
It's a
going-
logical
no, no, not-
fallacy.
if you're looking at the Earth and you
It's a
keep going
logical
upwards,
fallacy, I
and
say.
you keep
You're gonna
going
continue
upwards,
with
and you
it?
look at the Earth, you're going to keep looking at the Earth.
Yeah, people thought they got microscopes, and they looking smaller and smaller shit, they would continue to see smaller and smaller shit. But that wasn't the case. And they thought if they took a telescope and looked in the sky, and they'd see shit further and further away. But that's also not the case.
I
So
feel
what
like
are you talking about?
I don't understand how
You don't understand this. This is called
reality
like
works. But if you're looking at
no,
something,
you're not
if
talking
you're
about
looking at
reality. You're talking
something-
about mental constructs, dude. You don't even know what reality is. You literally don't anymore. You're
I
fucking
don't know what
lost in the
reality is,
sauce.
right? Says the guy
You don't.
denying what we are seeing.
What you're seeing? I'm telling you what you're seeing. You're seeing an image on a fucking screen.
Of
You
what?
can't accept that.
Of what? What is the black stuff when it goes up high enough? What is that blackness?
What do you mean? What is that black? What does that even
Did you
mean?
watch the video that I sent in the chat?
Yeah, it's this. Yeah, the Elon Musk's freaking returning rocket. Yeah, what about it?
So when it goes up,
So the space is black shit. Is that what you're defining space as now?
no.
Black
When
shit?
when you see the blackness, all that
Yeah.
black space,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and then below it, you see
It's
the blue. The
Yeah.
sleepy ground and all the sky.
Yeah. You're too
So the
verbose,
sky-
dude.
So the clouds.
Dude, are
and
you a
stuff,
communications major?
the blue and the black, the blue in the sky and the white is under the black.
Yeah, great. You don't even
So that
believe in
black
under.
stuff, what you're seeing, that is not. You think that's a billboard or like a paper?
No.
Do you think that's a CGI?
No.
So then you understand that is space.
Oh, so black shit space.
Well, why do you think it's black?
Because there's no light reflecting off of its contents.
Off of its contents, it's empty
Yeah, so
space.
the contents of the earth, right? The
Empty
solids, the liquids, the gases, the light reflects
Hold on,
off of it.
whoa. We're
It is
talking about
absorbed and
empty
re-emitted,
space.
and
We're
then we
talking about-
see it. But
Hold on.
But the light
Hold on,
doesn't
hold on,
reflect off. Well, no, but there isn't enough contents to see it.
Wait, so you're okay? You're admitting
We already
that there
covered
is
that.
literally nothing
I
for
didn't say
light to
nothing.
reflect off of or refract off of.
That's not what he said.
That's
Start
not what I
listening,
said,
boy.
man.
He said there's nothing for it to reflect off of.
There's not
refract off
enough. I said there's not enough.
of. Enough? There's literally
Yeah, enough. This isn't a dichotomy, dude. This isn't yet all or nothing. You think there's an absolute vacuum. I don't. Nobody thinks that. In fact, all of physics says that that's not true.
There are spare particles, maybe, but there's clearly no blue.
Maybe.
Like, do you know what causes?
Yeah,
color?
so there's not enough air to re-emit the light. So what?
I mean, there's functionally no air. I mean,
You can't breathe. There's not enough air for you to breathe.
you're seeing it's pitch black, and there's a hard barrier, which means that you have a clump of air, piled
Clump
at
of
the
air?
surface of Earth.
Why don't you see through the air, man? Can't you
Why
see
is it
forever?
the case that you can see?
Hold
the blue
on, dude.
Earth?
I just thought of
You can see the
something.
blue on
Why
Earth.
can't you see through the air?
You can see the blue on Earth.
Yeah,
You
but
see the
shouldn't I see the
clouds,
Eiffel Tower from
you
Washington,
can't-
D.C.?
But for some reason, there's a
He's just in
limit.
monologue mode.
I mean, we're looking
It's
at
funny,
space
bro.
right now.
Listen
I'm
to you
kind of
just
in awe.
monologue. Are you even participating?
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this video. This is an awe.
When you said the bit about physics, India, he didn't hear that.
Yeah. He doesn't know any physics. Ice J, you're the biggest poser. Hey, there's lots of photos of Santa. Are they all fake? Is that a giant fucking conspiracy? I just want to know. I'm asking for a friend. Because they're looking forward to Christmas, and I just want to know if they're all fake. Showing the absurdity of your logic. There's no referent. You can't even evaluate that image. The only way to evaluate the image is to test to see if what's in that image actually exists in the world. And that means doing things like measuring the surface of the Earth. But you hate that. You'd rather look at a screen and have other people tell you what to think of reality is. I know it's safer. I know it makes you feel all squishy inside. And if you want to live like that, That's fine. While you're in here fighting with us, like, are you protecting your own belief system? I'm sorry that we're realists and we're relying on how reality presents itself and just say, hey, dude, that must be what it is. And we're not going any further and saying, well, maybe it's not that way. Let me ask these other people. Oh, look, he showed me an image. I'm a fucking baboon. I'm going to fucking believe his image and whatever he says about it. And I'm going to conduct my life based on what this fucking stranger said about this image. That's you. Sorry, we're not like that.